Hey, what's going on everyone? It's LOZA. Let's jump into some test hands with the big Dark Magician mix deck. Very keen. We're going to give it a cut and away we go. Keen to see what this deck can do. It's kind of insane. DMG from Shining Sock, Lordly Load, Nibiru, another Lordly Load, and an Illusion of Chaos. Wow, that's it's a big hand. There's a lot we can do here. I think it's always safe to start with the thing that you're kind of happy if it gets trolled, or happiest if it gets trolled. So we'll go Lordly Load to begin. And Lordly Load will try to get us Ether Barrel. And if we don't get drolled, then we're going to normal Barrel. And we're going to use Barrel's Effect. And Barrel's Effect will go get us the wonderful Drill Beam and set it on the field. As soon as we can find it in 60 cards. There it is. Bam. Huge. All right, cool. We got Drill Beam set on the field. I'm just going to put it face up, but you guys know this is obviously face down, but just for the sake of keeping it easy and breezy for everyone watching, we've got to make room for Link Monsters too. So yeah, we still got plenty to do in the hand. If we haven't been drolled at this point, we still got lots of things on the table. I think going for DMG next is nice. DMG will discard this Lordly Load to get our Shining Sock. Great. Just going to put that into the hand, and we're going to activate it straight away, basically, to get us then either another DMG, or I like to play a brick. It does suck that this card is just another brick. Of course, Dark Magician, not like Dark Magician's always a brick, but we got to get him. There he is. So we've got our friend here. Yep, so Load's in the grave. Our friend's now in the hand. We can now summon him because we control Shining Sock. And we pretty much are just going to straight away get rid of him, banish him to the shadows. We'll put him down here. Banish him into the Shadow Realm to make sure we get to Dark Magician of Destruction. Dark Magician Destruction can kind of pop off here. So we have normaled already, but we can still get Magician's Rod. And we want Soul Servant as well. Oh, technically, yeah, that counts as DM in the grave, right? Yeah. We'll get Magician's Rod. Yep. That'll do for now. I'm just going to put Gaze on top of the deck because I have a feeling we'll be going for that shortly. All right, linking time. We're going to make Miasma with a Spellcaster. And, oh, but if we use the DMG, we get to add back the DMG off Miasma. If we don't use the DMG, we get a name for... Yeah, maybe we swap this Rod Search, sorry. You could, oops, sorry, just bumped the camera. You could definitely add Rod there because Miasma will let you normal it, but I think I'm just going to go for Soul Servant instead. I guess the Illusion of Chaos can go get Rod later anyway, so let's just go straight for Soul Servant, wherever it may be. Looks like it doesn't want to turn up. There we go. All right, we'll go get Soul Servant, right? Soul Servant, while we've got the DM on the field and the DMG on the field, we may as well do it now. So we'll go and stack Gaze on top of our deck. I'm just going to shuffle a little bit of shuffling because we're getting a random draw here. So yeah, Gaze is on top, and then we'll banish the Soul Servant from our grave along with our he's chilling with our DM friend. We've got the DMG and the DM on the field, so we'll draw the Gaze, and we'll draw an additional card here, being another copy of Barrel. That's fine. We'll take that. That's all good. The Gaze is going to be the important card. But yeah, as I mentioned, we haven't used Illusion of Chaos yet, but I guess before we do, we could like cycle a card. So what I mean by that is we kind of want to get Barrel off the field, so we may as well link Barrel away with the DMG to make the Miasma. We're not going to have room for links, are we, guys? Oh boy, I can't film on an angle where I can get everything good. I really need to get a top-down setup. But that's on me. Miasma is pretty much just going to let us add a Spellcaster back from the grave to hand. You can't use its effects this turn, but you can still special summon this by discarding because its name changes while it's on the field. So that's a really interesting interaction. You can still use the effect to search. We're going to miss that though because we've already used it this turn, but still good to add it back. Free resource basically. And Miasma's got another effect which we're going to get into now because we're going to go Illusion of Chaos and we can just put back that DMG. We can add Souls or we can add Rod. Honestly, like we've got a DM name. We could, in theory, get to the vanilla, but I just don't think we need to. So what we're going to do instead is go for the Rod here, which he should be around. Hello, Magician's Rod. He was here. I might have just Oh, I must. Oh, yeah, we shuffled. So he's. Oh, there he is. All right, we're going to add Magician's Rod and putting back in the deck. Oops. Because we have a Beryl engrave, you could argue Beryl as well. But I think because we've got a Sark on the field, it's better to put the girl back. Beryl's just too insane, right? I think we'd rather hold on to the second Beryl. Because you can reveal it for Drill Beam, right? It's making Drill Beam live without a vanilla right now. Kind of insane. All right, cool. So now we've got Rod. We're going to use Miasma's effect. We got to send one of these to the grave, and then we can just normal summon again. So typically, it'd probably be Shining Sock because we're going to set this gaze. So I might actually send the Shining Socks, and maybe there's more merit in getting rid of the Beryl if we're not going to use Load at the end. I don't know. It all depends on the Nibiru. Anyway, we get to do a second normal summon thanks to Miasma's second effect. Magician's Rod effect to search. We've already got Gaze, but we're actually going to get a... I think we're getting a second copy here. I suppose we could get Secrets as well, having a dragon in hand and a Lordly Load. We might get the Secrets just to be safe, because on the opponent's turn, we can now make like a Magi Dragon that basically never dies, so we might do that. Now, we could go through the Blue Eyes Link line. Oh, we don't have any Link zones, so no, we can't actually. Though we could go on a Selene, and then that is a whole new line, right? What I think we should do here is link away Miasma. I have access code in here instead of, that should be a Topologic Bomber Dragon, but that's okay. I don't think I have one currently. I think we're going to go into Selene with our friends here. Because sadly we have no zones because Necromancer points left and right. It's a bit awkward when you have to go into it like this. I think it's best to get Rod in the grave and Miasma in the grave. Go into Selene. She will have 4 counters because there is 1, 2, 3, 4 spells present. Oh, sorry, Drill Beam's face down, so it would just be 3. 1, 2, 3, yeah, because Drill Beam would be face down. But yeah, still, you typically have the 3 spells a lot of the time. It's really nice. Not really anything we want to bring back off her until the opponent's turn. So we can kind of just chill, which is awesome. Especially with Rod Engrave. We can do some crazy stuff on the opponent's turn. So we still don't really need to use Gaze or Secrets of Dark Magic, but I suppose we can because we're goaded like that. Yeah, we might do it. Because there's not really anything we're doing with this Dark Magician of Destruction. Although, I suppose in the end phase, we could turn it into I'm Dark and then go into IP. We might do that. But first, let's go Gaze of Timaeus. Oh, it's risky, though, because then it means we are losing to, whatchamacallit, Big Nibiru. I can't Nibiru negate if we use the Load effect. Yeah, I guess we can just set the Gaze anyway. It doesn't really matter. Let's just not use these. And instead, I think we're going to go straight for Load here. Let's go Load to summon a Vanilla DM from the deck. Nope, we're not going to find him. There he is. And then we're going to link him away for just... Because I think IP needs 2... No, just 2 non-link monsters. Great. I'll send Dark Magician and your friend... Dark Magician to Destruction to the graveyard. Yeah, we're locked out of monster effects, but of course we're not going to use Zelene's this turn, and IP is just chilling. And now you can set these 2 cards as well. I'll set the Drill Beam now, just we have all these set cards now. So in the opponent's turn, we've got what looks like 1 interruption. Like, it looks really deceiving, but let me go through all these interruptions on the opponent's turn, right? Because this is where it gets kind of insane. So, because the Rod's in the grave, we can do crazy stuff. We're going to pass to the opponent. On the opponent's turn, we are going to be able to flip up Gaze of Timaeus. This is a bit unfortunate because... Oh, I got rid of the secret. I got rid of the Dark Magician, so the Secret's is dead, huh? Oh, yeah, that was a bit silly, wasn't it? Why did I search Secrets? Should have been a second copy of Gaze if I was going to do that. Oh, well, we've got the Secrets there. Should have been... Shoulda, woulda, coulda been what it should have been. I mean, Selene can bring back stuff anyway. We're going to go into Dragoon by shuffling back Dark Magician of Destruction to the extra deck. And yeah, that lets us bring out Dragoon. So that's really cool. And then, yeah, we've got a negate live. So at some point on the opponent's turn, we will use the Dragoon negate. And that's kind of where we needed to flip the second Gaze. I'm just going to swap this out for a Gaze. Sorry, guys. That was silly of me. Secrets can be really good. But in this case, because I wasn't leaving the Dark Magician on the field with load, this is what I should have said instead. So I'm just going to cheat a little bit and set that. But it's all right. That's why we test, right? We figure out stuff out. So we should have grabbed Gaze there. Because now what's going to happen is we're going to use a Dragoon Negate, right? I'm going to discard this barrel since we've already got one engrave as well. I guess, yeah, no, I think discarding barrel's still okay. Illusion of Chaos might be the better discard. Probably. Nah, we'll discard barrel. So now we've used the Dragoon Negate, right? So he's used the Negate. He's up 1,000. What we're going to do now is flip the second Gaze of Timaeus, targeting the Vanilla Dark Magician in our graveyard. The opponent will not have a response, so we'll shuffle this back. And we can make, whatever we like. In this case, we're going to make Master of Chaos. Now we're going to activate Magician's Rod in the grave. Before we use Master of Chaos, we're going to activate Rod, because we use a spell trap on the opponent's turn. I'm pretty sure that's how it works, right? When is this? This card's future summon, target a light or dark engrave, special summon it. So we go Chainlink 1, Magician's Rod. And Magician's Rod is going to tribute the Dragoon to add itself back to hand. Sorry, this should not be on the field. Chainlink 2, Master of Chaos, targeting the Dragoon that we just put in the grave to summon it back. And yes, you can target Dragoon in grave. Guys, please stop commenting that. Not being able to be targeted is only while you're on the field. So yes, you can be targeted in the grave. So yeah, effect 2, summon Dragoon back with Master of Chaos. If your opponent has a Called by or Bestial, you can always use Selene as well to target it again. It'll just come back in defense. So we're going to bring back that same Dragoon that already negated. And he's got his negate live again because he's basically a new copy. And he's no longer going to get banished from Gaze. Only this friend is. So that's all good. But we're not done. We still have IP and SP. So since we didn't use SP for anything, I guess there's nothing to bring back. Well, sorry, Selene, you didn't really get a use. She was kind of just a backup plan at this point. She can summon the Rod from the hand, but there's not really a point in doing that. But at some point on the opponent's turn, you can IP Masquerena with the Master of Chaos. Probably for the best if you do it with the Master of Chaos, right? You would normally do it with the Selene, though, and just go into a Link 4. Which is the the Topologic Bomber. And then you can, summon Dragoon to the zone and pop it. Which is good, but you can still trigger it this way as well. So we're going to go IP and Master of Chaos and just go into SP Little Knight. So sadly the Selene kind of just sat here and didn't do anything, but that's okay. Go into Little Knight, sorry, it has to be in a zone over here. And Little Knight can obviously banish something on the field right now. So you got a banish, still got another negate, and you've also got Selene's effect to tag herself out. That's really cool. So sorry, she'll be in the banish zone. We forgot we still got Drill Beam. I forgot. We would have Drill Beamed earlier, but we don't have Vanillas anymore. So please don't forget Drill Beam. We should have done that a lot earlier. But yeah, Drill Beam would definitely be in our graveyard too from a very early interaction from the opponent. And we still got this random Selene. So like worst case, you can just summon back Master of Chaos with the Selene. Typically, you bring back Dragoon with it, but that's fine. Anyway. I got a little bit lost in the sauce, but there's just so much potential with these cards that, there's a little bit of misplaying. That's all right. That's why we're doing this, right? That's why we're out here testing, out here doing test hands. Whole point of the exercise. So it's a bit of fun as well. You get to see, how to optimize your lines of play, all that fun stuff. If you like doing stuff like this or you like this kind of content, please drop a comment and like. So I know that you enjoy it, and I can do it more. I know it will be a little bit long, a little bit ranty, because I try to explain my thought process as I'm going, but you can see, oh my god, what has happened? You can see, a bit like this deck, sometimes that's what happens with my brain, and I'm just like, wait, no, this is terrible, I should have done this. And, that's part of the journey. Sometimes the journey is better than the destination, or the end board, in this case. All right, next hand, we got Prep, we got Called By, we got Shining Sark, we got another Prep, we've got a Hollowed Azamena. All right. Interesting. We don't have any Sinful Spoils cards currently. So this is a dead card, but we can send it for draws, worst case. So I would probably start with Shining Sark in case we get drolled. So go Shining Sark. Looking to, with a hand like this, I think it's fine to add the girl, but adding the guy is also good. But yeah, we can get to the guy pretty easily with this stuff. But we haven't normaled, so maybe we would want Magician's Rod. I think that's technically true, but no, it's I think it's better this way. All right, we'll summon the girl. We can discard a prep here, or we can discard the Hallowed as a Mana. It just really depends what we're going to draw into later, huh? I'm going to discard Hallowed as a Mana. If it bites me on the bum, that's okay. We've already ditched it. She's going to summon, and she's going to search another copy of Shining Sark. So that's cool. Not really necessary right now, but a good card to have regardless. And yeah, what are we going to do from here? Well, we kind of want to go for Magician's Soul. So we'll go prep and get ourselves Illusion of Chaos, which will get us to, what's it called? Magician's Souls. Just got to find our blue boy. All right, great. So we're going to use Illusion of Chaos, add Magician's Souls. Putting a card back, probably the Illusion of Chaos, because prep's it's kind of better to have prep than Illusion of Chaos. It can be sent as a draw, and it's a spell. Like, there's a lot of merit to it being a spell and all that stuff. All right, we're going to go for the Magician's Soul, and it's going to actually summon the DM from the deck. We'll send it to grave first and then summon it, which means he will unfortunately be getting banished. But that is the cost we pay to play the new support. We banish our favorite vanilla. It's quite rough. All right, so I'll put the Banish Zone down here once again. So I will just straight up banish this man and summon Dark Magician Destruction. Because we haven't normaled yet, we're definitely going to use this effect to go get Magician's Rod. Oh, wow, that was Rod. Holy crap, it was trying to speak to me. All right, we grabbed Rod. We're just going to grab the search targets for Rod now as well, because I'm just going to not waste as much time as possible. But yeah, we're going to normal summon the Rod because we haven't normaled yet. Normal summon of Rod will get our Soul Servant because, hey, we got DM and DMG on the field. We're going to then stack this. So we'll activate Soul Servant, stacking the Gaze of Timaeus, and then we'll banish it to draw 2. I'll just shuffle the deck, and then the draw will be completely random, besides, you know, the stacked Gaze of Timaeus. So we're getting Gaze, and our second draw is Deception. Remember when I said if we discard this as a mana later and we're sad about it, you know, that's on me? Well, oh, this only adds an as a mana card from deck to hand. Why couldn't Deceptions add from grave as well? Probably way too broken then, but that is unfortunate. We should have discarded a prep, but there you go. You live and you learn, but sometimes that's how it be. What are the odds, guys? What are the odds it was the random draw in 60 cards? Anyway. We got Gaze, which was the important thing here, and I think we're all out of plays now. We're kind of just going to do some links and pass to the opponent. So with 3 monsters, we could make Selene, but with only 1 Gaze of Timaeus. You could argue there's not a point, but no, I think there is a point. We've got 3 spells in the grave. We've got Shining Sark, which means we've actually got a negate here on the board. I'm going to guess we go on a Selene, but I think we can go on a Miasma first and just get a bit of card advantage. I'm pretty sure Selene is just 2 monsters plus. Yeah, she sure is, including a spellcaster. So let's go ahead and link these 2 friends away for Miasma. Miasma's effect is going to go off, adding back this. We could add the Rod back and normal it, but I don't really think there's a point in that since, like, it's Rod's once per turn, so there's no point. Just add back this for a free discard, and then we're going to be able to link these 2 away and go into that Selene. Hopefully, I think the Selene will actually get some use this time. 3 spells, Shining Sark, Prep, and Hallowed as a Mana Engrave. So 3 counters again on the Selene. That might actually see some play this time. Let's go Selene. But yeah, aside from that, we're just going to set Gaze of Timaeus to pass. We're going to set Called By to pass. Pardon me. And we're sitting on these spells in hand, which isn't that bad because Shining Sark is a negate as well. So yeah, let's set these and we'll pass to the opponent's turn. I'll show you what we can potentially do with Selene here. So when the opponent starts their turn in the draw phase, we're pretty happy to kind of just shotgun Gaze. We're going to target the Dark Magician of Destruction, shuffle him back to summon a friend. That friend is 9 times out of 10 going to be Dragoon. Of course, you can go Magi, Dragon Master, Chaos, Dark Magicians. It just depends what you need, right? What's good in the hood. But yeah, right now Dragoon is typically the guy you go for in the toolbox. He's very good. So we've got our Dragoon now. This should be in the grave. And at some point we're going to discard for a negate. I guess in this case it'd be Deception since we discarded the other half of the engine. So we will discard the Deceptions here. And that means our Dragoon has used his negate. So I'll put this little counter on him to show he's used his negate, and he's up 1,000 for negating and destroying. So sadly, we only passed on one interruption. But at this point, because we do have a random spell right here, we would use this as our second disruption, right? And this is why having an extra spell was good. Or even the Shining Sock spell effect, which is if your opponent summons from grave, send a spell from from hand to grave, and target one of the monsters your opponent specialed and send it to grave. So it can be that, or it can be called by, doesn't matter. It just has to be one of these two effects go off. And then you can trigger Rotting Grave, right? And once again, we're going to target Dragoon. So Tribute Dragoon, add Rod back to hand. Then you can go Selene, take away the counters, bring back that Dragoon in defense mode. Now the Dragoon has another negate. So with a hand like this, you could probably negate the girl because you've got another Sark and another prep. Probably discard the girl when you use the negate again. And yeah, we just turned one interruption into two interruptions thanks to Selene. Unfortunately, that's kind of it. I mean, we have the Sark or the call by as well. But yeah, not too much else going on. But two very hard Omni negates is, not something to scoff at, and a lot of follow-up, right? Next turn, we do have quite a bit of follow-up, so hoping that was enough. Not during a hand trap, though, a little bit rough, but called by could definitely be the interruption you need. It just depends on the matchup, I suppose. But yeah, let's see if the next hand can just kind of do everything we wanted to do, kind of get like a hand trap or two and like a one-card starter. That would be kind of ideal. You can see a lot of the Dark Magician combos now all come off Shining Sark or the Diabell Engine or Primite. Like, it can all just happen off 1 to 2 cards now. It's really nice. All right, speaking of, Diabell's finally here. She heard we discarded her engine last game and she's upset. Ooh, Droll, a Bestial, all the hand traps, Imperm, and the girl. Wow. Okay. That's a lot. That is a lot. 2 starters that need a discard is always a little bit rough. I feel like starting the girl's better because if we get to Sark, we can send the girl for her. I always feel like this is the best way to start. Droll is kind of too good. Imperm's generically good. I guess it's just a case of if the Bestial's good in the matchup, keep the Bestial. If the Bestial's not good in the matchup, say Toodaloo. But the fact that we can use this as an extender in a little bit, it makes me want to discard the Imperm, honestly. Feels bad, but like it's probably the lowest impact hand trap here because this is going to search another Bestial. So it's kind of like if the Bestial's good in the matchup, great. But yeah, anyway, DMG is going to go off here and that's going to get us the Sark. And we'll just activate the Sark straight away and we'll go Sark effect to search. Oh yeah, there he is. We're going to add that boy. Oh, whoops. Nearly tipped the rest of the deck off the table. Just going to check I didn't drop any cards. Nope, looks good. If we did get drolled or hand trapped, you can just girl send this to summon the Diabell. Send the girl, sorry, to summon the Diabell, which is a good way to extend because obviously she needs a discard, but she can send from field, so that's where she's a little bit stronger than DMG. But DMG is a bit stronger because she's named DMG while on the field. So we'll summon this because we control Sark. We'll just banish him straight away for Dark Magician of Destruction. Dark Magician of Destruction, do his thing, and go search a normal summon because, we haven't normaled yet. We're kind of going to do what we did last game. But yeah, maybe we should have used Diabell now, though, to get to a negate. You'd probably argue that would happen before this. So, yeah, hold on. Let's take it back a couple of steps. Sorry to go backwards, but technically we would summon this, then get rid of Sark for this. I think that's right. So we'd summon Dark Magician, summon Diabell getting rid of the Shining Sark, which feels a bit bad, but it's kind of fine. Diabell effect to go get the, Deceptions. But now we do need a Tribute of a monster as well, which I guess is just Diabell. But I guess Diabell can also become Dark Magician of Destruction right now. No, I reckon we leave. We want to leave Diabell in rotation, so let's just go Deceptions here. Tribute the Diabell. Go get ourselves the Azamena card. We're just going to activate it straight away, letting us get to a negate straight away. So straight into Sylvia. Sending these to the grave. And cool, now whatever we do is kind of just safe, right? So now we'll banish our friend. Dark Magician of Destruction. Dark Magician of Destruction. Going to get Magician's Rod here, but I guess like you can get Illusion of Chaos too if you need to fix your hand and you haven't used it yet. It's always a good plus if you open like a bricky boy. We do need gaze, but not yet. And there's rod. Great. So we're going to grab that magician's rod. Normal summon rod, go effective rod. That's going to let us get, we'll get the Soul Servant first because we've got the DM and DMG on the field. So we'll go activate that Soul Servant, stacking the Gaze of Timaeus on top of the deck. And then we're going to banish and draw, hopefully. So Gaze goes to the top, Soul Servant goes to the grave, banishing that Soul Servant, trying to draw 2, drawing the Gaze and a random card. Here we're drawing the Vanilla Dark Magician. 60 cards, by the way, still draw the vanilla. You know how it is. Real DM players out here. We got a lot of links to play with, so it could be a miasma angle. And I suppose you can add back Diabell. Like, that's not bad at all, right? I don't hate that at all. If you do end up using the Sylvia Negate and she goes to the grave, you can always use Holiday as a mana 2 to add itself back to hand, shuffling Sylvia back. Also a very good play. I think we want to link away Rod and we want to link away the girl to make Miasma. And we can just add back Diabell for next turn kind of thing. I don't hate that at all. Or maybe not. Maybe we just make IP. And then we can leave our friend here, right? Because he can be used as IP material to go on SP, and then you can gaze. Yeah, I think that's better. We've done enough miasma stuff in these combos. Let's just go on IP. And then, yeah, from there, we're pretty much just setting and passing. I don't think it's bad. I think leaving the DM on the field is kind of safe sometimes, too. Because then you've got a safe target. During the end phase, I believe we get to reset this card. So yeah, if this during the end phase this card was in the grave because it was sent there from a spell trap, you can set it. So we just set it. There's not really a reason to do this. You could say it plays into evenly matched, but hey, free card is a free card, so we're gonna take it. But yeah, nothing else in here is gonna really matter right now. So yeah, passing to the opponent, and on the opponent's turn, pretty much when they first summon a monster, we'll go cool. Yep, we're gonna link away into SP. You can go into like Selene here as well. If you wanted to. I don't know if we have the spells. We do. We have 3 spells. Oh, no, we might only have 2 because we set Deceptions. Oh, we only have 2. So, yeah, you won't go into Selene unless you randomly flipped... What's this? Deceptions. That's not flipping up. Yeah, you'll probably just be going into your SP Little Knight. Banish something they've got. And potentially you'll be using its effect as well. Dodging... something or doing something, and then you'll be flipping up your gaze and targeting that Dark Magician of Destruction, shuffling him back into the extra deck, and summoning out your Dragoon. Ideally, this happens after you've used Sylvia Negate, I should say. So Sylvia Negate should probably be used just so you don't lose like Super Poly or something, like Droplet. You force your opponent to use Dark Rule or Droplet and all that at the start, or Super Poly, for example. Like you want all that stuff to happen before Dragoon comes out. Though it's kind of telegraphed by the gaze ad, you know, unless you get like lightning stormed or whatever, then you obviously got to flip the gaze when you can. But anyway, now we've still got Dragoon with the negate, and I mean, yeah, it's pretty obvious what your discard is. You'll definitely be discarding this Dark Magician here if you do have to use your beautiful Dragoon negate. And then from there, you've got Droll to back up your plays and a Magnemite, which we should have used this before we passed turn and gone and got Drew a Swarm, but oh well, I just left it. I forgot about it. Just went, oh, it's a hand trap and left it. But honestly, not bad. I guess the problem is on the next turn what happens. Because you've got to set Deceptions. That's useless. Does anything here help? Does anything here add back to hand? Yeah, Azamena actually. Azamena adds back to hand by putting this back in the extra deck. So actually, yeah, this is fine. I mean, we draw for turn as well. Good draw. Illusion of Chaos, good draw. Gives you access to souls or rod. So, our rod's in the grave. So just souls in this case. But that means you can go into DM. The most important thing about this, right, is I just used a spell. Azamena in grave, shuffles back Illa Sylvia and adds itself to hand. That was a spell effect. So technically, this can go straight into Dark Magician of Destruction now, right? I can just turn him straight into that, which is huge because this is getting banished at the end of my turn, right? And this one Dragoon's probably not going to win me the game. If it's your best thing to go to battle phase with, fair. But 9 times out of 10, it's not. And because we just used a spell, right? And we also have Deceptions here. What you can do from here is, well, I've used a spell. I'm going to banish this Dragoon. Go on to Dark Magician of Destruction. Dark Magician of Destruction is going to use his effect. We've already used our rod. But we can still go get Soul Servant or just another copy of Gaze or even Secrets here. Because I've got Illusion of Chaos as well. We can push for a little bit more damage, which is really cool. I think I would like to go and get Gaze of Timaeus still, because that card is just crazy. So that's what I'll do. I get the Gaze of Timaeus. I've still got the set Deceptions, so I'm going to be able to flip it up. I'm not going to use it because I don't need to. I'm just going to use Azamena. So no tributing monsters. We're just going to do that. Get Illa Sylvia out. She's got 1900. That's respectable. From here, we still haven't done this, so we'll probably go Illusion of Chaos. Magician Souls. Magician Souls effect. Probably just summoning Dark Magician here. Just getting as much damage as possible on the field. Yep, Illusion of Chaos would probably put itself back. You could use Magnamut. I don't even think we need it, but like Magnamut is here as well. Go to battle phase, 28, 25. That's going to be, what, 5,300. Hit him for the 19. That's going to be 7,000 something. I'm not exactly sure, but it's close, right? It's close. I don't know. I can't do the maths. But then, of course, you've just got Gaze of Timaeus in the battle phase. You can banish either of the Dark Magicians. Oh, there's also one in the grave. I mean, even better. You could just get rid of this one if you wanted. If you want to keep this guy on the field. And bam. I mean, you can go into Master Chaos. You can go into Magi Dragon. You can go into literally anything. Master Chaos is normally the most damage because now you get to summon back a Spellcaster. Oh, yeah, Diabell. Or, you know, you could summon the DMG back. And then she'll search. Does she search on any special summon? Yeah, if it's normal special, add Shining Sock, so she can add Shining Sock as well. Long story short, you know, you're hitting for a lot of damage here. Doesn't matter what you summon back. You will always have targets for Master Chaos to summon back. So, kind of huge. A lot of damage. Very goated. I really love this deck, guys. If you want to check out the profile, it is on the channel. I'll have it in the description as well. If you're keen, maybe the top comment pinned as well. But yeah, I'm loving playing this deck. It's so much fun. You can actually do stuff. Well, like, I know it's a crazy thing to say. Dark Magician can do stuff. Can we still brick? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Is there cards in here I shouldn't be playing? Yeah, for sure. Still not optimized build, so if you have any thoughts or whatever, you can obviously drop them in the video comments, and I will have a read of them. So thank you for stopping by. If there's anything I missed, don't be afraid to point that out. I'm always down to learn, get a bit better. So if I missed something or you thought of a different line of play, absolutely drop it down below. I am missing some of the other Azamena stuff that does add to the combos you can do. I've forgotten the name of the one. Illa Sylvia is great, but there's another one you can go into. Ricciargo, I think it is. And then you add Wanted, and then you can go into this, which we didn't see Wanted at all tonight, which... Yeah, we are playing 3 Wanted, but it just didn't want to appear. We never opened Gaze either, which is another thing you can do. Opening Gaze is just insane because, oh, well, I think you guys would know, but you can just do so many crazy things. We never went into Magi Dragon tonight, but Magi Dragon's also the GOAT. So many matchups that you just auto-win by going into the Magi Dragon. If you can ideally do it through Secret so it doesn't, you know, banish from Gaze, it's insane. Just let the camera focus. There we go. This card is really good against Yummy, and there's some other decks where, you know, you can pop their field spell or just any spell trap they have on their turn. That's useful, like a continuous spell or whatnot. And you just sit on this big towers guy who keeps getting bigger and bigger. He is unaffected until the end of your next turn, so that's, in Modern Yu-Gi-Oh!, that's pretty much the whole duel. So it's nice having a big unaffected, big number idiot in the deck, to say the least. It feels really good. And yeah, I see some lists of DM not playing Links. Still think you got to play Links, guys. They're such a good backup plan. Like, pretty much every Link in here is a good backup plan. I only say Access Code while it's a good card. I think Topologic Bomber, a bit better for going first. Now that we have so much access to the fusion cards, we kind of don't need as much pressure going second, I would say, because Gaze and Secrets in Battle Phase are insane. But anyway, that was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye. Don't forget to like, comment, sub. We're on our way to 10K. Let's go. Peace.